Here are 6 ways the internet can help you with your Parkinson's. You're watching this video right now, so you're already familiar with YouTube. There are many excellent channels out there relating to Parkinson's, so I'm not going to endorse any specific ones, but I would just point out a couple of features of YouTube itself that you might find helpful. One is to subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll get updates from the channels you subscribe to get the latest postings. And secondly, you can use filters on your search. So for example, you can look for videos released in the last week or even the last day. Again, you're probably already familiar with internet search engines like Google or Bing. These can be very useful, but can also be a bit overwhelming. A search will often come back with many thousands of results. Something to be aware of is that the first few of those results are often from sponsors. In other words, adverts for products and other things that might actually distract you from what you're really looking for. In general, the more detail you put into your search, the better the results are likely to be. So there's a lot of hype at the moment about AI. What does this mean in practice if you're trying to get information about something like Parkinson's? What we're interested in here is an AI chatbot. The most well-known chatbot is probably ChatGPT, but there are others such as Google Gemini, which I'm using here. What an AI chatbot will do is help synthesize a lot of the information that a normal search engine might return into a nice, easy-to-read summary. To use it effectively, tell the computer in plain English what you're trying to do. For example, if I'm interested in understanding whether deep brain stimulation might be suitable for me in the future, I could ask a question like, what are the pros and cons of deep brain stimulation as a therapy for Parkinson's? As you can see, the AI is impressive, coming back with helpful information in a nicely structured format. It can save a lot of time spent sifting through those original search results. However, when using these AI tools, it's important to be aware that sometimes they miss relevant information and occasionally they make mistakes, including saying things that aren't actually true, but the vast majority of the time they come back with helpful and accurate information. Many countries have a national Parkinson's charity. In the UK, the main charity is Parkinson's UK, and in the US it's Parkinson's Foundation, but there are many others as well. The websites of these charities can be a good way to find out about Parkinson's support groups in your local area. Often these websites provide many other pages of useful information that have been carefully edited and vetted. An example on the Parkinson's UK website is the Tech Guide. This provides impartial information about many gadgets that you can buy that might or might not help you with your Parkinson's symptoms. Obviously you can go to the product websites as well, but be aware that the information that they provide could be less objective. Of course, there are many other useful websites. A couple that I find useful are the websites of the Michael J. Fox Foundation and of Cure Parkinson's in the UK. There are also various blogs, podcasts and online communities for people with Parkinson's. A good one in the UK is Movers and Shakers, a podcast covering many aspects of living with Parkinson's that was set up by a group of friends, some of whom are former BBC journalists and therefore well known in the UK. Another good podcast is Two Parkies in a Pod. We've featured both of these in previous videos. More recently, Movers and Shakers has set up a Facebook group which has many members and many subgroups. Last but not least, there are various apps that you can download to your mobile phone and associated online tools. We did a previous video on this highlighting the Parkinson's On app, which helps you track your personal medication and symptom progression. There are also tools that help bring together both information and online communities. A good example is Turn2, created by Aussie Jessica Dove London. This provides information that is tailored to your individual interests and circumstances. The first thing you do is set up a profile where you can specify things like what symptoms you have and what you want to hear more about. You can then opt to receive regular personalised updates. The idea is that, like with the AI, the tool does a lot of the work for you, sifting through thousands of news articles and websites to find the things that are most relevant and present them in a way that is easy to understand. Turn2 also has an online community and a database of patient comments and reviews. These are just a few of the many resources on the internet to help people with Parkinson's. I've put links in the description below. Feel free to add comments with further suggestions. Thanks for watching and see you next time.